The cuda. Last I left off, I did get everything masked off, and I basically shot primer on the door, and then I started doing the base coat. And the base coat is Model Master Italian Red, which is pretty much orange. I'm probably going to add a little bit of an overcoat of orange from Model Air right there. But anyway, it looks red, but it's not. It's depending on how the light hits it. If you turn off the lights, it's an orange color. I mean, it's just depends on which way you have the lights on. And I want to not put a whole lot of orange on it. I know it's orange, but if you see like the light here, it changes the color, like it's really bright, and just different ways that it'll be displayed. House lighting. But anyway, I'll show everyone once I get a little farther along. I got 2 coats on, and someone asked me on how do you mix Model Master Acryl. I use about 60 water, 40 paint, and that way it flows beautiful out of the airbrush. And I like to do several coats. This is the second coat. I'll probably do one more coat on there, and since it's beat up and discolored anyway, I'm gonna leave it a little uneven. It makes it more realistic than like a brand new car. Anyway, I do 60 water, 40 paint, and it should flow good. Some people may want to the different ratio. I don't use any thinner with acrylics because I make my own, and there's a recipe if you use a little bit of retarder, and I got it wrote down because it's in my airbrush tote there, and I use it for Tamiya. I use it for Model Master Acryls. I use it for Model Air. It's just a nice little thinner for acrylics. Now for like enamels, you can't really. I have to use their airbrush thinner for enamels. So that's look for Genesis Models Homebrew Thinner on YouTube, and you will find what I am talking about. But anyway, I really can't touch anymore. I sprayed on last night, and I sprayed a coat on this morning, and so this afternoon I'll be able to touch it again, make sure put one more coat, and then be able to start putting stuff together. Put the bottom and the seats in, and we can rock and roll. And then once I get done, then I'll start on the Cadillac, which that's going to be it's going to be very fun, but I'm going to have to try to find that color of paint, so that'll be a challenge. But anyway, that is what I stand on the cuda. The Zero, I pretty much got it all together. I usually don't put the bombs on, but this kit, it just basically snapped on, so I just glued it. I think it's very sturdy, and I don't think it'll fall off during transit. The landing gears do work. You can push them in and out. I showed everyone my scratch built seat there, and basically all I've done so far is I've sanded the seam. I take liquid glue after I sand the seam, and then I just run glue all up and down it, and it just I think it evens it out and cures up the if there's any, after wet sanding, if there's any debris on there, I think it just smooths it out. And then I'll go in and try to scrub what I can, and then leave it. Now I'm at the stage of masking the canopy, which that just about kill it right there. That's a daunting task, but I will persevere and continue on with that. Still got a little more masking to do on that, and then we can start primering and painting. The P40 is almost done, because I did get the canopy in. The canopy is a Squadron, and I tried to fix it, but then just was fighting it. You get 2 canopies, and I found out places where I usually buy aftermarket stuff, they didn't have this. They had all the other canopies, but the F and the K, and it was just getting harder and harder to find. So I had to go to Facebook over there and do some haggling and some dealing, but I did manage to find one, and a week later finally came in, and I did get the canopy cut out. I got it painted, and I just got to remove the masking tape, and I'll be good to go. And this will be probably shipped out on Monday, so it's probably the last time you will see the P40F of the Fifanella. But anyway, that's and of course I didn't glue anything in, so you can take it on and off. But anyway, that is what the story is on the Fifanella and the X-Wing, and I'm almost done with it. I this morning, after I painted the cuda, went back in and painted the blue, I call it nose stripes on here. Got that, and there it's really, I did really thin on the blue because I wanted it more weathered out paint, like it's been distressed. Painted the canopy frame, painted the ends of the engines here, painted the back ends of the engines. It's kind of a metallic color. It's supposed to be a blue stripe. I'm gonna leave it off. I kind of like it, but I don't either. So, and plus this, I've made this one different since I painted the nose blue on it, so I'm just going to go all out on it. Right through here should be like a darker gray. There's a Singapore had a life-size X-Wing there, and I've been looking at that, and it was really dirty, weathered look, so I'm probably going to go with that. I want to lighten up the panels just a little bit more, and then just start making it dirtying up, and then I can rip all the tape off, put it on the stand. I will be done with the X-Wing. Which is a very fun kit. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, that's what I got going on today. Hopefully I'll get some more on the hex bug there. I keep saying that, but that's just a little side project. Paint duty on the X-Wing. Hopefully tomorrow I'll start doing a little bit of weathering. We have zebra basking duty. Last time you will see the Fifanella, and we are painting the Highwaymen cuda. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.